If you're a hiker, there's always one way to keep the challenge fresh. Get up to the top faster. Like in under 20 minutes? Like Dave?
That's so fast, 19 minutes off the mountain. Now, when you're 19 minutes up the mountain, are you walking at all, or are you just hauling butt running?
I just call it kind of a run scramble. So on the sections where it's flat, you can run it. And then on the steeper technical sections, it's just a fast scramble.
Okay. All right, now what about coming down?
Coming down, you know, I've done it so many hundreds of times that I have a route that I take down, and I've kind of memorized every rock on that route. So if there's erosion that takes place and a rock's moved, I know it's, you know, I know it's been moved on my route, so it's going to change my route a little bit. But
and how long does it take you to get down?
I can get down in under 10 minutes.
In under 10 minutes. So you can go from the top of Camelback, and how many miles up is it?
1.1.
1.1, top, very steep, and you can get down in how many minutes?
Under 10.
Under 10. Okay.
For many, reaching the top is a goal. But for others, hiking the mountains becomes a life changer.
Somebody my age, I'm going to be 74 in July, and if I didn't hike all the time, I don't think I would have the quality of life that I have.
For Grandma Sandy, it's never been about speed.
How often do you climb it?
Well, for a while there, I was doing it every day, but then with the grandchildren and getting them back and forth to school and everything, so I'm just here about 5 days a week.
I know, but 5 days a week or every day, that's quite a bit.
The people are the favorite part. The mountain itself is just an art gallery for me. Everywhere I look, there's beauty. Look at it. Look at it yourself here.
It's
just
amazing.
gorgeous.
It is so gorgeous.
Even when you come up here in the clouds sometimes, even when you come up here in the clouds and the rain, or sometimes it looks like a muddy river coming down the thing. Any condition I've been here in, I've always felt so blessed to be able to go.
Has it gotten tougher over the years?
Well, age-wise, I don't go as fast as I used to. But no, because you know what I do, honestly? Once I get to the top, it doesn't matter. You know, that's my thing. Hi, sweetie.
Camelback Mountain has two major trails. The one is called Echo Canyon, the other is Cholla. As a person starts up the trail, it's a very difficult trail. It's a double black diamond. As they go up, there's 3 different challenges: handrails, and big boulders. On the boulders, you're going to be on your hands scampering, trying to get to the top. On the other side, the Cholla, it's more gradual, it's full sun, there isn't any shade, so it's very difficult in the summer.
It doesn't quite have the landmark status of Camelback Mountain, but right over my shoulder there is Piestewa Peak, and the length of the trail and elevation is almost identical to Camelback, but the character of the mountain is completely different.
There tend to be people who are Camelback people, and there are people who are Piestewa people, and they'll defend their mountain to the death, right? And technically they're both about the same distance, about the same elevation gain. Personally, I think Camelback's a little bit tougher because there's not an established trail all the way up. Going up Camelback, coming up through Echo Canyon, you have to do some bouldering, and you have to, you know, hang on to some rails in different parts of the trail because you're on slick rock. Piestewa has a more established, you know, actual footpath.
On either mountain, keep an eye out for the critters.
Rattlesnakes. You know, we do have a lot of rattlesnakes. It's the time of the year where the rattlesnakes are starting to come out. So what we would ask is people pay attention to that. The rattlesnakes are going to want to leave you alone. Ideally, as you're heading up the trail, if you're a fast runner and you're running on our different trails, be aware that they could be crossing the trail. They're going to hear the pounding of the feet. They want to get away from you. The bees are Africanized here in our state of Arizona. So normally what a bee's going to do is they're going to give you a little bump. If you feel a bee bump into you, that's their warning. We do list on a map where the beehives are. However, bees do move. They can travel 1.5 miles for water. At our drinking fountains below us, they often come and drink. We also have some hidden little water sources, so they'll leave that area alone.
But by far the biggest trouble you're likely to run into on the mountains is a fall. The Phoenix Fire Department keeps this team trained for the mountain rescues. This determined hiker is a bit dazed after falling twice, once on the way up and again on the way down.
On your pace, okay, sir?
They're checking him out, and he is feeling strong enough to get to the bottom on his own 2 feet. But when we come back, bigger trouble and bigger challenges. Arizona Highways Television is brought to you by Arizona Public Service and the Arizona Office of Tourism.